A petition in the Supreme Court has sought a direction to halt the construction activities of the Central Vista Avenue redevelopment project amid the COVID-19 surge in Delhi, where the project is based, and the consequent threat posed by the same to the labourers involved in the construction. We are facing a humanitarian health crisis. If this project is deferred by 4 to 6 weeks, nothing will happen. We suspended IPL. We have a situation where the spread of COVID is unprecedented. The bar and bench quoted senior advocate Siddharth Luthra, who appeared for the petitioners, Anya Malhotra, a translator, and Suhail Hashmi, a historian and documentary filmmaker. The petitioners had earlier approached the Delhi High Court, which said that we will listen to the case on May 17th. The Supreme Court refused to interfere and asked the Delhi High Court to give an earlier date. On 7th of May, Congress leader and Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi tweeted that Central Vista is a criminal wastage. Put people's lives at the centre, not your blind arrogance to get a new house. Amidst the second wave of COVID-19, when a total of 21 million cases have been reported and over 234,000 deaths, the central government has opted to continue the construction of the Central Vista project, which is estimated to have a budget of 20,000 crore rupees. Yes, you heard it right, 20,000 crore rupees. I am Nihal and you're watching The Upfront. We saw that the BJP-led NDA government at the centre came into power in 2014 with claims of Achhe Din and development. But when we look back today, we see that the nation's priorities lie on one side and priorities of the central government lie on another side. With India gasping for oxygen, the central government has brought the construction work for the Central Vista project under the ambit of essential services, a move that has been highly criticized by the opposition and activists. With the healthcare system that has crumbled into pieces today, the question is this Central Vista project that important? This is not the first time that this government has spent so much on such projects. Before we talk about the Central Vista project, let us look into another such project. The Statue of Unity was built with a total cost of 3,000 crore rupees, and only the statue cost around 1,350 crore rupees. Now you might think, what could we do with this money? We have already explained this in one of our previous videos. I have given the link below in description. You can have a look at it. And this statue was built only and only to improve the personal image of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. If this investment is to be broken down and reimbursed, it might be at the times of my great-grandchildren. If the Statue of Unity is to generate revenue as much as the Taj Mahal generates, it will take 120 years to break down this amount. Not only this, this project had severe social and environmental impact. I'll talk about this in the later part of the video. Another priority that PM Modi has is his luxury aircrafts. We saw that the central government spent 8,500 crore rupees on 2 luxury VVIP aircrafts to be used only by the President, Vice President and of course the Supreme Leader Prime Minister Modi. This was brought at the time when our economy was declining rapidly and people were facing problems like unemployment and farmers were committing suicides, problems which still exist and could have been easily resolved with all this money. Not only this, this government has spent thousands of crores only for advertisement. So now coming back to the Central Vista project. What is the Central Vista project, which is estimated to cost around 20,000 crore rupees? If you think this is a project consisting of universities and healthcare infrastructure, you have got it all wrong. Central Vista of New Delhi houses Rashtrapati Bhavan, Parliament House, North and South Block, India Gate among others. These iconic buildings were constructed before the inauguration of the new capital in 1931. The Central Vista was designed by the Britishers. The Parliament House was designed by Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker. The Rashtrapati Bhavan was designed by Edwin Lutyens. The North and South blocks were designed by Herbert Baker. The central government wishes to renovate this area of the national capital. The project envisages to build a new parliament building, estimated to be at a cost of 971 crore rupees, PM residence near to the Prime Minister office and Vice President's residence, along with many other renovations. Many have questioned the need for this move. The central government argues that the number of members of parliament that the present house can hold is very less, and the new house can hold up to 1000 MPs. The centre also argues that the number of MPs should be increased on the basis of population, but this will have adverse effects as it will penalize the southern states for having done good family planning compared to the northern states. The political power of northern states will increase if the number of constituencies are increased on the basis of population. Scholars also hold the opinion that the population of India will gradually decline after 2061. Senior parliamentarians have gone on record to say that the present parliament can be adapted to increase in members by reallocating the halls. In any case, parliaments all around the world adapt to the changing requirements using the principle of adaptive reuse of heritage structures and do not abandon their living heritage to make a new building. The centre also argues that the present building is not earthquake proof, but the other democracies around the world have more older buildings than the Parliament building of India. The rationale for each of the other buildings demolishing national heritage like the National Museum, IGNCA, raise a huge concern for the artifacts housed in these heritage structures. The issue of moving our national archives and old manuscripts is a very big problem. One mistake and we'll lose the entire treasure of documents we have. There are many more questions that are raised regarding the Central Vista project, but of all these questions, the major and the most important question is, do we need such a project when we are facing a pandemic and thousands are dying every day? This project was given a green signal by the Supreme Court on January 5th this year in a 2:1 majority judgment. It has specified a caveat that before commencement of the project, the centre will require the nod of the Heritage Committee. Justice Khanna pronounced the minority judgment and expressed concern about lack of public consultation by the government. The majority judgment reveals blind spots in the reasoning and several instances of blinders being put on. The petitioners argued that there were irregularities in the process that involved approval of design, clearance on monetary allocations and the tendering processes, and other regulatory clearances on environment and from local municipal bodies. Now you might have a question. What can be done with so much money? We could have better utilized these funds to ensure universal COVID vaccine coverage. Recently, Priyanka Gandhi tweeted that PM's new residence and Central Vista cost is equal to rupees 20,000 crores, is equal to 62 crore vaccine doses, is equal to 22 crore remdesivir vials, is equal to 3 crore 10-litre oxygen cylinders, is equal to 13 AIIMS with a total of 12,000 beds. Why? Priyanka Gandhi said in a tweet. To be more precise, the money can also be spent to acquire more oxygen ventilators for patients who show acute respiratory distress. A quick search for the price of ventilators puts the price for fixed ventilators used in intensive care units between rupees 2.80 lakhs and rupees 9.3 lakh. The price of portable ventilators falls between rupees 1.5 lakh and rupees 6.5 lakh. A rough back of the envelope calculation yields that some 7.14 lakh ICU ventilators or 13.3 lakh portable ventilators of the cheapest kind can be bought with the rupees 20,000 crore set aside for the Central Vista revamp project. Currently, the cost of the 162 oxygen generating plants run by the government is rupees 200 crores. In spite of this, we see that this government, instead of acting, is busy raising funds in the name of PM Cares, cutting down salaries of government employees and whatnot. With dues in billions to be paid to the state governments, is it really necessary to go forward with this project? This is not the only project. Many more such projects like the 3,500 crore Shivaji statue, 7,000 crore rupees Mumbai Ahmedabad bullet train, 2,500 crore Ram statue, and God knows what this government has in store. So this was about the financial aspect. What are the concerns regarding environment? Many climate activists have also raised serious questions and have warned that the spiking levels of pollution in the national capital could deteriorate further if the construction begins. Nearly 200 trees will be cut for this project, but the government says it will transplant and compensate. The proposal to remove possibly hundreds of mature jamun trees from Central Vista has no scientific basis. The removal of such a large number of trees will completely destroy the ecology of the Central Vista and will have repercussions for the entire city. Many ecosystem services provided by this tree for free of cost will be negatively impacted, such as temperature regulation, rainwater percolation, air and noise pollution reduction, dust removal, etc., not to mention the loss of habitat for urban wildlife including birds and squirrels. But Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has refuted all these claims and has said no trees will be cut, only some will be transplanted. Kanchi Kohli, who works on environment, forest and biodiversity governance, said she did not want to predict the impact of the Central Vista project. I am here to say why the impact will never be known. She said a proper environment impact assessment was not done. What we hear is that all impacts will be dealt with in future. Trees will be transplanted, more green spaces will be created, garbage will be taken care of, water will be recycled. Incidentally, Lokpat said water meant for around 23 lakh people will be consumed for this project. Kohli also said there was no environmental public hearing, no tree census prior to the tree cutting permissions. She remarked that Delhi has not had a tree authority for the past 2 years. So by design, the legalities allow all the environmental concerns to be a collateral. We must make a social demand that environmental concerns are foregrounded. Even in the case of the Statue of Unity, we had seen that tribal protesters and village chiefs had written to Prime Minister Modi that this project is being carried out for our destruction. Recently, we saw an article in the Washington Post titled, "Modi's Pandemic Choice, Protect His Image or Protect India? He chose himself." This is another project to improve the image of the Supreme Leader. It is a matter of shame and the saddest part today that those who insult poor students and people of getting free treatment and education in government institutions, saying that you have lived on taxpayers' money, have no problem today when their money is being wasted to build a political image for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So now, after listening to all this, you might question whether we should not build heritage and cultural projects, or should we not concentrate on security questions? For sure we should, but not now when thousands are dying every day and the whole nation is gasping for oxygen and medical care. Not when our economy is at a record low and the farmers and other depressed sections of the society are sunk in poverty. This government acts as if we are a growing economy or a developed economy and acts as if we are not facing a global pandemic. This government has got its priorities all wrong. Their priorities are direct opposite to that of the people. People need money to buy essentials, not these huge statues, your luxurious aircrafts or your luxurious homes. Please get your priorities right. The nation has voted you to power. Normally, we say be loyal to the salt, but this time around, all we can say is that be loyal to the votes. So let's end this with the same question we asked last time around. If you were the Prime Minister of this country, what would you do with 20,000 crore rupees? Do share your views below in the comment section. If you like this video, please share it, and for more such videos, subscribe to the Upfront and press the bell icon to get notifications of all our updates. Thank you.